Well, we have Colin Greening, captain of the Big Red, down with us at ice level. And Colin, talk about that two-game set down at the Florida College Classic. You guys come out of break and you drop those 2 games, but you've come out here with a lot of fire.
Yeah, when we went down to Florida, obviously we didn't get the 2 wins like we'd hoped. Going down there, especially after the loss to Colorado College, you want to come back with a strong effort against Princeton, and it just didn't happen. So obviously we had a quick turnaround, able to come up here and play in a great barn like UNH. So I think it was really imperative to make sure we came out to this game and really put in like 60 minutes worth of hard work, and I feel so far the first 40 minutes we've done that.
Colin, what about the Olympic-size ice? You guys have a real small barn, one of the smallest barns in college hockey, one of the greatest barns in college hockey, but how big a change is to walk in and play in this gigantic ice surface here in UNH?
Well, it's definitely a change, no questions about it. But it's just I think it's just a lot more room to move. I think one of the big, I guess, misconceptions about our team is that we're big and slow, but I think we've proved tonight that obviously we have a lot of speed up front and we can really utilize that. So I think we do play in a small barn, but I think these are opportune moments when we're able to prove everyone we can play on an ice sheet like this.
An interesting note for you as a captain here in your senior year. You guys have this 2-month stretch where you play away from home, so you get a lot of bonding time there, I guess, as well. But a chance for you as a captain to kind of control things in some away game situations.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's going to happen. There's always certain points in the season when you're going to be on the road for quite a while. This year, obviously, we're on the road a lot longer than in previous years. But this is just a great time for us. You're staying in hotels together. You spend 24 hours a day with one another. So it's just definitely a great time for us. So as a captain, I really try and kind of take advantage of that. And I think the rest of the guys do the exact same thing.
Colin, thanks for being with us. Good luck to you today and down the stretch.
Thank you very much.
Colin Greening from St. John's, Newfoundland, our guest here at the end of the second intermission. Welcome back here inside the Whittemore Center in our second intermission. I'm Dan Parkhurst, joined now by the head coach of the Cornell Big Red, Mike Schafer. And Mike, give us an assessment of the first half of the season for you. I know you're coming in off 2 losses, but just kind of track the year for us.
It's been fairly successful until we had our Christmas break, and obviously we struggled a little bit down in Florida, being off the ice for about 24 days and coming through exams, and so it's frustrating. But 2 pretty good teams that we lost to down there in Colorado College and Princeton, and now we're looking forward to kind of getting back to work here for our really the stretch run into the playoffs. And but I'm happy with the way the guys have performed so far.
Ben Scrivens continues to be a workhorse for your team. His numbers up amongst the league leaders and national leaders again this season, and he's going to be a big key for you down the stretch.
He will be. I mean, he's really improved over his 4 years at Cornell. He's very mobile for a 6'2" goaltender, and he traditionally takes away the lower part of the net. And but his skating has improved so much as a goaltender. It's really aided him in being set in position to make the save this year, and he's a big part of our success.
And Colin Greening, guy who was an assistant captain as a sophomore. He was a captain last year. He returns as a captain this year. Tell us about his leadership both on and off the ice.
Colin is probably the best leader I've coached. He's committed on and off the ice. He wants to be a professional player in the worst way. He just cut and ripped as a hockey player, and he can play physical, but also I think the biggest growth in his game is this year he's thinking a lot more away from the puck. He is a up-tempo kid wherever he goes in school or on the ice, and this year he's away from the puck. He's added a little bit more of a thinking to his game and finding open spaces, and it's really helped him in his offensive game.
Blake Gallagher had 28 points last year as a junior, but as a senior he's already got 18 points on the year. He's tied for 5th nationally in goals per game, so he's really turned it up a notch in his senior season.
He has. I mean, he came in as a true freshman. He was went to Canada's under-18 camp. He's a kid that the goal scoring aspect for him has just come gradually over his 4 years, and this year he's just a goal scorer. He's had a little more patience right at the end on his finish, and has done a great job of being around the net. And it's amazing how we can harp on our players to be around the net and stop at the net and hang around the net, but only the smart ones really figure it out and stay there, and they get rewarded.
I know you haven't seen St. Lawrence Clarkson yet. You'll see them coming up in a few weeks, but you've seen everybody else in the league. So talk about how you've seen the season go so far in ECAC hockey and what you expect down the stretch.
Well, it's the strongest I think I've seen our league since I've been a head coach, from top to bottom, and you see that yesterday, and just in wins with Yale knocking off Ferris State, and and St. Lawrence being Boston College. So it's a lot more difficult to run away with it than we have been able to do that in the past. But we know it's going to be a real battle throughout the course of the year, and a lot of teams are competing. But it is going to make us stronger down the road for the playoffs and obviously the NCAAs.
Mike, thanks for being with us. Good luck to you down the stretch.
Thank you for having me.
Mike Schafer, our guest here in the second intermission. Dan Parkerson, Barry Melrose after the game. Down at ice level, we're joined by Ben Scrivens, goaltender out of Spruce Grove, Alberta. 20 saves in the game, Ben, but a terrific effort start to finish for your squad.
Yeah, we're really happy with our effort tonight. We really want to come out on this big ice surface and prove to the rest of the country that we can skate. We're not just, the Cornell of old that are just kind of clutch and grab. We got a lot of skilled guys, and hopefully we proved a little bit of that tonight.
Ben, I was very impressed with you guys. As I said, I've done 5 games in college hockey, and I think you guys are the best team I've seen. But okay, you're sitting back there. You see Foster at the other end. He's making key save after key save. You never saw a shot. They had 15. You had 15 straight shots on him before you even saw one. How do you stay sharp mentally? Do you do exercises, or is it just mental toughness that you've achieved over the years?
Well, first off, thank you very much. That's a big compliment for us. It's just one of those things. You got to keep yourself sharp. It's no different than guys who don't play power play or penalty kill sitting on the bench. You got to make sure when you get out in your next shift, you're ready to go. However, you got to do that. Lay a hit the first time if you're one of those guys. But for me, it's just sitting back. There's nothing I can do. I can only control the shots that they put towards me. So it's just one of those things. I guess I'm used to. I guess everyone kind of does it their own way. I just kind of like to follow the play and keep myself in that way.
Well, he's certainly a goaltender who squares up well to the puck. We're going to look at some action from today's game. So take a look at that monitor down there you have down at ice level, and take a look at some of the game action. Certainly good glove save there, but chances for your team to play defensively well in front of you, and they certainly did that too.
Yeah, our team blocks a ton of shots, and it makes my job a lot easier when they do that. It's a real pleasure to play behind these guys. They're very dedicated to our system. Everyone takes a lot of pride in their own job, and no matter how big or small it is. So, it's just one of those things where I have a great time playing back there. Again, I can only control the pucks that come on net. So, I sit back and enjoy. So.
Ben, you're exactly right. At one time during the game, I had you with 7 shots or blocks, and I had Scally with 4. So you're right. He blocks a lot of shots. Yeah. I loved your penalty killing. You guys obviously have the best combination of penalty killing, power play among the teams in the entire nation. Is just fantastic. The numbers you guys are putting up. So is that something a lot you work on, or you guys talk about? Do the coaches talk about blocking shots and sticks in the passing and shooting lanes?
Shot blocking is one of those things that's kind of ingrained in the Cornell hockey tradition. We pride ourselves a lot on blocking a ton of shots. And then in terms of the technical stuff on the penalty kill and the power play, our coaches do a great job of getting our guys prepared for what we're going into, obviously with the big ice surface here. And a great team in UNH. Their coaches did a great job of preparing everyone for that. In terms of the X's and O's, stick position and where we wanted to work it around there. So.
Well, Barry mentioned Joe Scally, and we were talking about how it's poetic justice there. He picks up that empty netter because he was one of the best players on the ice for you tonight.
Oh yeah, by far. I'm giving out the hard hat tonight, so there's no question where that guy's going.
Oh yeah, Callie's got to get it.
Oh yeah,
he deserves it.
Without question. The guy blocks a ton of shots. He ices it for us with a nice empty netter that you can see right there. It's a nice little segue. He's an all-around player. He's gritty. His line there, I think they killed about 8 minutes in that third period just cycling. So, him and his whole line did a great job tonight. There's no question he's a major reason for our success here tonight.
Ben, explain the hard hat, what it means. Every team has something like that. Explain to the people out there, number one, why you probably won it last. That's why you're giving it out next. But explain to the people out there what it's for.
Well, we give it away after each win, and it's just it represents a hardworking guy, someone who put themselves above and beyond in that game and really stepped out of their comfort zone to really lead the team in their own way. So, Scally doesn't always score a ton of goals, but when he contributes by doing those small things, throwing body around and blocking shots on the penalty kill. So he definitely earned that tonight, and it's definitely an honor to get that hard hat from your peers. So.
Well, Ben, thanks so much for being with us. Great game for you today. We wish you and your teammates nothing but the best for the rest of the season.
Thanks very much. I'd like to say hi to my family, my girlfriend back home. So.
Absolutely.
Your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Not your mom? You give it to your... Okay.
All my parents there too. Brother and sister.
All right, Ben Scrivens, our guest here, as the senior out of Spruce Grove, made 20 saves.